Alright, so I think we're ready to put the cover on now. This is hideous, but you won't see it, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to give a quick test of the fan to make sure it's not hitting anything, because that's been a redundant issue here a couple different times. And I glued this knob on. Well, that was somewhat of a fail. Alright, well, let me do a little better with that. I'm going to try that again. Okay, this is a little more functional now. It's still not great, but it'll get us through the test. I'm going to switch on the exhaust fan here because I believe this is going to make a mess when I turn it on again. Compressor, I wanted just fan, but so be it. It's getting cold. Got colder a lot faster this time now that the coils can actually transfer thermal energy efficiently. It's about 70 degrees in here, so we got a 10 degree drop. Feels colder than that. I think this thing may be a little bit low on charge, because this shouldn't be frosty like that. But, I mean, it's still working. It's getting cold. Down to 55. If that gets down to like 50, then I'd be pretty happy with that. Of course, the condenser also isn't able to really breathe back there either, so that doesn't help anything. 53. Yeah, we're going down. I'm happy with that. That cool off, and then we're going to put the cover on and give it a little bit of a better test. And then probably maybe tomorrow, if it gets warm out, I don't know if it's going to or not. If it gets warm out tomorrow, I'll put it in the window for a little while and see what it does. What I did to the cover here, just for now, is I took some tape and I covered this over with tape, because this is kind of coming apart, and I can't imagine that's healthy to have that into the air. So eventually, when I get it, oh jeez, covered with tape. When I get a place to use this, when I get a permanent installation for this thing, I'm going to take all this foam out. Not foam or whatever it is. I'm going to replace it with insulation like this, where it's got the silver backing to it, and then it's insulated on the other side. And I think that's better for the air channel. So the cover's a bit bent, but I don't know really how to fix that. So I think I'm just going to use a bend. Let's see how easily this is going to go on. Grabbing on the right side here, and that side I noticed was bent. I couldn't get I was having an issue getting the evaporator canal in place because of that being bent. Just about where it's got to be. Here we go. Alright, get at least one screw in here. And I am going to get some better screws than these because these are deteriorated and a lot of them are rusting beyond what's really usable. I think one of them actually broke. Yeah, that's it. So those are not really useful anymore. Alright, almost ready for the test. I'm going to put the cover on and we're going to see what it's supposed to look like for the first time. I still have to glue that metal piece back on here, but I'll do that later. I want to clean it first. Now the clips are broken on this, so I'm not really sure. Here's one of them. This one is still with us. Maybe that's what this was. No, that was on the top. Well, there's only one of these clips. But I think I could probably make another one. That looks fairly simple to make. It's not gonna stay in place without that other clip. Alright. Yeah, I think I can make one of those, but will it stay in place for the video? Oh man, I don't even think it's gonna stay in place for the video. Alright, I'll have to make one right now. This is gonna turn into another episode of why didn't you throw that out? This is some staples that were on a box that I bought. And I said, gee, you know, I bet those could be useful for something someday. So I pulled them out of the box and I put them in the pile, the scrap pile. And here we go. I'm going to use the one to make a clip. So that is why I didn't throw it out. Alright, there it is. Fully assembled. It is assembled as I can get it without having the proper control panels. Try to keep the camera out of the wind noise, and we don't need this exhaust fan anymore. And so I'll plug it in. We got the kilowatt meter going here. We're testing with 121 volts. And let's do the fan. Switches to amps. Okay, that's high fan. And that's put out a good amount of air. That's 1.6 amps. And that's 1.3 amps. Alright, now we're going to do compressor. .6. So that's pretty close to what it should be. Lower that so you can hear the compressor. Yep, it's getting cold. It actually distributes the air pretty evenly across this entire guard, which is a little surprising. I thought it would just be more concentrated on this on the right side there. .55, and our ambient is 71. That condenser actually pushes out a lot of air. impressive airflow out of this condenser. Another reason why it actually makes cold air. The newer units, they hardly move any air through the condensers. Of course, this is blowing plenty of cold air out the front too. I'd say that's working pretty good. That's some ice cold air coming out of there. Oh, the pressure's on the other side.